Hello, hello. Good morning, gamers. Happy Exhaustion Monday. Today we are extra tired. Yesterday, kind of a busy day for me. There's a lot going on. My body hurts, but we're here. We're here a little bit late, but we're here. It's fine. Everything's okay. We're just doing a bit of gathering to burn our energy on our gathering class. And then we'll get into the day. We do have Nuver in a little over 2 hours. I really want to keep catching the Nuvers as we slowly but surely work toward Nuvericant. With that said, I'm exactly 0% of the way, even though I've done a few Nuvers because we don't have the wing or the other thing. So, you know, trying to stream schedule or just avoid work today. It's the same stream schedule, just late. I would have started about 45 minutes ago, but yeah, yesterday cooked me, man. Yesterday absolutely destroyed me at work. So I have like a Whoop fitness watch, and it seems to think that I spent yesterday sprinting for 8 hours. It gave me an activity report that said you've been sprinting for 8 hours. It's like I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Good morning, those Erikson. Mr. Cookie, hello, good morning. Mentioned shifting stream to early in the week instead of the end of the week. So I was curious. Yeah, so I was thinking about shifting the stream to be like afternoons on the weekends and then normal time, but maybe like an hour or two later on Thursday, Friday. And then Saturday rolled around, and after work, I just went to bed. And then Sunday rolled around, and it was like one of the hardest days I've had in years. So after work, I just went to bed again. So maybe we'll try, maybe we'll try that this week. Um, I wanted to get more streams in since we missed like the first half of the week last week due to the whole like window fiasco. But I don't know, to then like not stream for 5 days just to try something. I don't know. It is kind of hard for me to like make these mornings sometimes, but we'll figure it out. The afternoons on the weekends though might even be a bit harder. I don't know. We'll see though. Potential weekend streams, if it happens, it'll be like many hours from now. Would be the start point. Um, like after NA Velspawn on Sunday, because I don't make that, so it'd be like 30-40 minutes after NA Velspawn on the weekends. But I don't know. I've just had like a rough week, so I just went to bed right after work. Which, for reference, that means I'm going to bed at like 3:30 in the afternoon. So pretty tired. Weave, hello, good morning. Hope everyone's doing well. We're just gonna burn our energy quickly. I have put a lot of, I guess, time into the life skill character over the last few days. I used a little Patrizio's pocket watch that I got from the Olvia Academy on a shy. And I went and did the quest line to get the Trent's tier, so that's been kind of cool. Never had that before. Got VODs up to live stream. Oh, please hold. We have a clicky thingy. We did it. What a progression. By the way, what spot would be next for you? Big Mecha Plateau? Yeah, probably Izzard. I do think I forgot to update or to upload the last live stream that we did to the YouTube, but I suppose it's on Twitch anyway. But yeah, we've been progressing pretty well. I'm now saving up for a TET Blackstar main hand so that I can use all my hammers. And what I'll say is I don't quite have enough money, but we're not that far off. And I believe it doesn't matter which one I get, so I don't have to like forcibly get the battle axe. And then after that, we're looking at Caphras, man. So I have 10,000 Caphras. We need 10,000 more, and then we're good. For our, we'll be full sovereign after that. And what I'll probably do is just leave the main hand at base, and then rush the offhand, and then do the offhand first, because that's going to matter more for my weakening hand. And I kept most of the life skill gear that the Olvi Academy gave me because I just don't have it. So it's a good like launch point. Shy, good lord. Luckily I don't have to actually kill anything with the Shy except like smacking the Cobra. It's not too bad. And the extra weight limit helps a ton. I've barely touched it and it helps a ton. Good luck with hammer taps. Continue my Blackstar luck and pity my third Blackstar. Rip. Rip. 7 stream watch streak. Holy. You've been around. I've been expanding my energy lately as well. I think last stream my energy cap was 220 something, and now we're up to 284. So that's kind of what I've been working on. I haven't really done any grinding or anything like that. I've just been burning my energy when I get it and working on expanding my energy pool. And I'm not doing that through ecology just yet. I'm doing that through the character section. So we're just kind of running around talking to people. And it's gone well so far, I would say. Gone pretty well. Wanted to make a Shy Guardian. Give the Shy a big old battle axe. But then they would have no justification for not letting Guardian ride around on the axe. You know what I mean? Because I could skateboard on my boomerang, so if they can program that to Shy, they can program that to Guardian. Hey Aladdin, good morning. They're doing ollie on the axe. You might dig one end in though. Like which end would you? I guess you'd have to have the actual axe head end to be the tail. Or no. Today, I don't imagine that we're going to get a ton of progress in. I'll probably try to grind for an hour in between my my energy burn and maneuver. It's going to be tight. It's going to be a little tighter than normal today. Getting a little bit of a late start, but you know, we're here. We're here at least. I also have 0 energy drinks. And I'm super tired, so yay. We'll figure it out. I think I have, yeah, 8 bill, and black stars are going like between 10 and 12 or something. Let's go to work today? Yep. Today is my Wednesday. Water's good for you. I'm plenty hydrated. It just doesn't give me energy. I'm a pretty like low energy person anyway. So, wasn't sure if you were hit with a storm. It wouldn't matter if there was a storm. I'd still have to go to work. If they could take out power to the entire city, I'd still have to go to work. If you're low energy, what am I? sometimes more energy than me. Like, I don't know. Essential worker. I mean, you could argue that it's essential. I don't think it's essential. But technically speaking, in the eyes of the government, also they'd probably just can me if I didn't show up, even if there was like 20 feet of snow out. They'd probably just can me. Because like me not showing up means somebody else has to do a double with no notice. So there's only one of me in my position, but it's around the clock, so we all rotate through it. Oh, I forgot to repair my butcher knife. We're just getting less stuff. Fix my stick. Should make an okay amount of money here. I'm pretty like annoyed that Olvia Academy has crashed the like black gem market. That's pretty annoying. But you know, we just wait for it to go back up, I guess. But everything related to black gems is like in the dumpster. 18-day watch streak is a good start. That's pretty good. I heard a rumor that if you miss a day, you could just watch the VOD. Or like, I guess play the VOD for a bit and it'll like give you the streak still. I don't know how true that is though. I've never like looked into streaks. But a little hot tip there for you that you can try. VOD counts too. That's really weird. But I guess I get it. Makes sense. Because, like, not everybody can make it to the tiny little window that is the time that we stream. And I'd like to stream more, but I have, like, other stuff, you know? Wasn't expecting Blackstar market to dip, but the extra TET Blackstar is completely nuked the market entirely. So many, and there's no reason for the market to recover at all. Yeah, exactly, right? They've given out enough that, like, you only need to enhance 2 with your 11 free hammers. You only need to enhance 2 of them. And those are 11 free Blackstar specific hammers. They also give a ton of regular hammers. So as a new player, if you use your 11 free Blackstar hammers and then fill in the gaps with the other hammers they give you, you have Sovereign for free. You need 20,000 Caphras and you have Sovereign for free right off the bat. So, like, there is no reason to touch a Blackstar because it gives you the 2 TETs that you would enhance anyway. Well, I guess you'd have to buy 1. I think. Yeah, I think you'd have to buy 1 of the 2 TETs. So there's a market for a TET Blackstar. But what's happening is people are buying TET Blackstars and using their hammers, getting them penned, and then listing their pens. But there's not really a market for pen Blackstar. So even though they're 33 bill right now, they're not selling because there's really not a market for it. Just stream from work, I would get fired immediately. Or flame. Yeah, I just don't think the flame is like a good approach anymore. Considering how easy it is to get the double black stars and how like they give you most of it for free, right? The flame just seems like a really slow approach. And you're probably better off just like getting the stones instead of the embers and selling them if you wanted. Or like keep them really, but you know. Enhanced one on Blackstar TET and guaranteed it with Blackstar Stone. Yeah, that's another option. We could just go make a Blackstar, but I think I'd rather just buy it. I'm not a big fan of enhancing from base. Work on the flame for main while you grind the money for Caphras. Yeah, I guess. I wonder what the opportunity cost is there. I guess since you're limited on both, like realistically, you should just go to the Lomal bosses anyway. My problem is that it's so long. It's 3 months, right? That's a freaking long time. Like I've been playing for a little over a month and we're already ready for it. So even if I had started doing Lomal bosses from the very start, I would not even be halfway to the flame. And I'm already at the point where it's like, okay, we get our sovereigns, and then I'm saving for Pendebos. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know why it's needlessly time gated so hard. I think that if they even tripled the number that you could claim, it would still be too long. It's some sort of exchange for Pen Blast right now, like specifically ones that were crafted need to be able to change into Kafirs or Krons or something. I don't think they'll do that. That would set like a very interesting precedent of all useless items being turned into something that's useful. And like they're kind of trying to do that with stuff that you get from grind spots, but I don't know if a Pen Blackstar would be what they go that route on. Also, remember just like a year and a half ago, people were still getting banned for real world trading for Pen Blackstars. So, lol. Gonna be ready for Raids 4 in about a year? Not even close. I probably won't even be ready for Raids 1 in a year. Win the no Kron Iron Man. I'm good. I hate enhancing. Technically, I guess you could turn into fail stacks with devouring. Yeah, I think that would be like a gigantic waste of money. I think you'd be better off just buying the like origin things from the market. I think it'd be cheaper. Because like black stars are cheap, but if we're talking fail stacks, they're not cheap. Are you be ready for the cow boss? Are you talking Yama? Doubt it. Have to be something ridiculous, like a 300 stack. Yeah, that would instantly recover the price of black stars back to like 120 bill. But that would just benefit people that have money right now. Because they would just buy them all up at 30 bill and then they've just gained a ton of wealth in that way. Wonder if sharps are still doing okay. An actual cow boss? Is it going to be on all fours or only two? One energy left. Still 1 energy left. And there it goes. Okay. Alrighty, let's go back here. Right there. In other news, I did actually finish the farming section of the Olvia Academy. We just have the sailing thing to do, but they're going to change the sea monsters to be 1 instead of 3, so I'm probably just going to wait for that. And the XP reward for farming is absolute dog water. Same as training. They really need to buff both of those. I got, I think, 11% of Artisan 10 from the whole thing, so pretty friggin' dookie. Hopefully they buff that stuff. PA's market manipulation, that already happens. They can change cap on something and someone with money and time exploits it. It just happens. Yeah, but like, if they upped the Pen Blackstar price to 120 bill, no one would ever buy them. Because it's already, like, it's already not worth it at 30 bill because they give stuff for free. I think the AFK skills have low XP because they're AFK. Did you know that actively catching horses is by far the best method for XP? And it's not close. And AFKing them is pretty dookie. And yeah, fishing was actually really good. I got, like, I think a full guru level almost. I don't know. And it's just those two. Like, processing gave good XP. A Master 1 processing. Cooking, alchemy, both got me to Master 1 from, like, basically nothing. It's just training and farming that were absolute dog water. Maybe they left off a couple of zeros or something. I don't know. Okay, 84 sharps. How we looking? Heck yeah, over 6 mil. I'll take it. Black gems are crashed super hard. Regular gems are still crashed. And dawns are still crashed. Okay. We keep waiting. Sailing XP was bad too. Did sailing yesterday. I do have a skilled 6 from like half of the thing. I guess I have claimed kind of a lot. Maybe it won't give me to Master 1. Yeah, it might be kind of bad. Selling bartering are also bad XP, but I think XP in general is just really bad for the skill. Yeah, especially like if you look at the rankings and you go to sailing, the highest sailing level is Master 22. Highest bartering level is Guru 68, so obviously like bartering is pretty okay XP now. But for Master 22 to be the highest sailing level, the XP must be really bad. Even farming is Guru 25 and training is Guru 16, so like or a farmer, I think, and I'll have completed the entire academy. Hey, nice. Then you'll never have to do it again. Only got me to professional barter and sailing. What the heck? That's dookie. Horse AFK sail like horse training, but it's worse, and you can't auto refill rations like horse training. Great. What if you just barter a lot? Like, obviously there's limitations with bartering, but what if you just barter a lot? Oh, by the way, I finished the second Jatina ring. So we're 310 AP with the buff. So 309 bracket, pretty good. Pretty good. Trying to find a T7 horse myself. Good luck, man. Is there any reason for my shy to stay at level 49 at this point? Or it's only for high-end AFK island fishing purposes? It's basically entirely so that you don't get attacked by other players. But realistically, Weave, the karma system in the game is so incredibly punishing that people are not going to attack you for no reason. So what I would say is it's probably worth it to you to level up and get the extra weight limit, because Shy has more weight limit than normal characters. So you'll actually gain a decent chunk if you go to like 61, for example. It's just like so disincentivized to attack people. And also, if you do get killed by another player, like, literally who cares? You know what I mean? Like, literally who cares? It doesn't even mean anything. So, low A is annoying for me. Yeah, my Shy at 61. Shame it doesn't show your weight. With like a... I'm not sure what it is without the cron buff, but at 61, nothing else. I don't even have all of the skills in the weight thing down here. I think I only have 2 of these. I have 1300 LT. So it adds up pretty quick. And I also have like level 1 strength level in the character page, so that's not it either. Okay, Villa. I gotta remember all the buffs pop. Shop. One of these, one of these. Food buff. That on. One of these on. Loot scroll level 2. Always forgetting something. Guess you convinced me. It's just like, I don't know why people stay 49 anymore, because the karma system is so bad. Like, you used to see people flag up and do PvP every now and again, but you just don't see it anymore. And it's because, like, all they have ever done in the last 10 years is make the karma system worse. And it's probably one of the worst things about BDO. Got knocked down. Oh, there was another thing that happened. I think like 3 days. This must have been Saturday night. Actually, it was probably Friday night. I went to Sangoon. And I got an AP Reforged Stone. So I put the Reforged Stone in my Awakening. Cheeky little extra 3 AP there. How's our Kama damage looking? 1092. Pretty good. I also don't have my Macalods in because I don't have my Garmoth Heart, so whatever the Macalod set gives you as well will be Well, like 11:20, something like that, 11:15. We're getting there. Now we just gotta make money for main hand Black Star, which I guess I could just buy any of them. So whatever's on the market, I can pick up. Probably cost a little over 11 bill. And then it's time to buy Caphras after that. Price keeps dropping. By the time you're ready to buy it, it might be 10 bill. I had an order on one last night because I canceled my Forest Path wagon, and I put an order for 10.1. And by the time I woke up this morning, my order was too low to even be shown. So they actually ticked up. Kind of unfortunate. I don't know about NAU servers, but other anglers getting killed during AFK fishing outside of safe zones. Weird. Yeah, that doesn't happen on NAU. Because like I said, the karma system is just so bad. But if your server has a lot of red players, I can see that being an issue. It's just like, being a red player is awful. How about you as well? I think, like, maybe, I don't know. I didn't really have any trouble on the UIM, but I also didn't really AFK on the UIM, so... But it basically just never happens on NA, so I don't know. You can't mastery? Guess I'm staying at Valia for a long time. Yeah, I've I think 1700 mastery, and I'm still at Valia too. It's just too convenient, and you don't have to worry about the PvP stuff if it's a problem for you. It's just very consistently good, so. Standing AFK at my farms, CBA didn't set up fishing. You gotta put your farms in the ocean. Like it's water world, and then you could fish while you farm. Do a little bit of a crossover with Raft. You know what I mean? Is it gonna hover around 30 bill? Not great, but not worthless. Equivalent to a TET Debo, or enough money for 10k Caphras. Yeah, I just don't really see a point in buying one. You know? Unless you... Yeah, I can't even think of a reason you'd buy one. Unless, like, you get just super unlucky with your hammers and you don't want to finish it off. But I guess you have to, like, math the cost, because you do have to make 2 and buy a TET. So, like, maybe there's math there. But it gives you 11 free clicks, so... I don't know. Like, obviously the average is you're gonna pity it. Because it's probably gonna be like a 2.5% or 3%. So, you should pity every time. But... I don't know. Maybe the math is there? It's hard to say. Got 15 hammers ready to try and hit deck on my necklace in like 4 or 5 days. GL. Putting Blackstar Pen requires 4 more clicks. 11 bill crowns a tap. Yeah. I guess that's where it is. It does give you like free hammers and stuff, so you could fill the gap, but it depends on what you're doing. Like if you're not gonna enhance like Fallen Gods or whatever. It probably maths to buy one still. If you need to. Maybe make one and buy the other, I don't know. You'd at least try your hammers. Some free universal hammers, that's how I finished my pigs out in the Blackstar. Yeah, I used a handful of them for the first offhand we made as well. Yeah, I guess it makes sense to buy one, but like, there's no way they stay at 30 bill. Because you could never, like, effectively make a Pen Blackstar for that. Players make main Waking Sobs, and then worked on getting Crons, still need weapon, still buy the offhand. Yeah, I'd probably, like, if you're in that situation, I'd probably buy the offhand first. Because Caphras are always going to be there, and they're always going to be a similar price, but I'd have a tough time believing that pens will stay at 30 bill. They'll go up for sure. Because, like, there will be exactly 0 supply after the Academy hammers are gone. That's just people YOLOing their hammers and getting lucky, so... Two Caphras. Hello? I don't like laying on the ground, game. What's my knockdown resist? Feels like 0 right now. 73. 1.5 hours to Newver. Hopefully we'll get lucky. It'll be Bloodstorm. Sir, you're supposed to be dead. Thank you. Wayne Winter Guardian, hello. Get 2 skilled. 10 Kafirs for that, I'll take it. I'm gonna go freeze my fingers off again. Dig another third of my driveway out. You gotta get a smaller driveway. Back-to-back Guardians, hello? Hello? Back-to-back Guardians, hello? Also 2 skilled the Guardian. 12 Kafirs. Easiest 22 Kafirs of my life. Should park closer to the road. I gotta dump weight here. Almost forgot. Well, I guess protect your combo hand. Still no iridescent, by the way. I don't know what's going on. It's like we're getting unlucky. I don't know what's happening. We're not supposed to get unlucky. Papers. There's 123 orders on forest path wagons as of this morning, which is quite a lot considering. Ever try just getting one? I did try that, yeah. And then sometimes I take my order off because I need something else. And I feel like those are the times where I would have gotten it. But I removed myself from the opportunity. Like last night, for example, I took my order off to put an order on Blackstar. And one of them sold at 4:29 in the morning, which is about 5 hours ago. I didn't have an order on it. So I had a 1 in 123 chance. But actually I had a 0% chance because I didn't have an order on it. They've made the paintings of the treasure items easier to drop. I think it might depend on where you are, to be honest. Because I've done maybe 4 hours of sulfur. And I have quite a lot of paint from sulfur. I have so I got the drop 3 times in 4 hours. That's sulfur. I don't know. Getting 1 per 3 hours. Huh. So maybe we were getting lucky on paint? I don't know. I have like no reference for how rare they are. How many hours? I think 4. And 2 in 1 hour one time. Could lower AP areas have more paint so players can move on easier? Could very well be the case, I don't know. Tin hat theory? Yeah, I don't know. I saw the 2 in the 1 hour, so I got 1 in 1 hour and I was like, oh, that's cool. I bet you those are kind of rare. And then the following hour, I got 2 of them in the same hour, and I was like, well, I guess they're not that rare. So I stopped like thinking about them as like a rare job. So I was like, eh, whatever. Did Decade History for like 22 hours, barely got any paint. I wonder if you did like just regular Historia, if the paint would be plentiful. I don't know. Got knocked down. That river rotation. That's the Elton speedrun rotation. If you have a fast class, anyway. We get the compass between trying a long time, even though not on the same account. Yeah, I had a compass on the main account, but I spent like a huge amount of time in Istria with only one, so. But I was never like, I was never hard targeting it. So. I think I should have had 3 in the time that I'd spent there, but. Mostly the compass on your main account? Yep. Sure did. Another guardian? We're juiced. So many gaffers. How's our caffers looking? Not bad. 50 something caffers already. Been half an hour. Man. Might need a little restroom break. I don't know. Time is at 9:41, hour 20 minutes to maneuver. Okay, pause. Pause game. I'm going to see if I can whip up something to drink and make a quick pit stop to the restroom, and then we'll just swing back and finish the hour, and then do something in between Nuver. Probably won't be able to grind too much more. Do something between Nuver. We'll get Nuver down, and hopefully get lucky on Nuver. But give me just a couple minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, I whipped up a little something something. We have 1/4 scoop of pre-workout. That ought to help me wake up a little bit. And that way I could still do 3/4 of a scoop of pre-workout later. And yeah, right now, it hurts to sit, it hurts to stand, it hurts to walk. But we're grinding. Let me get like half this down and then we'll get back. Okay. Okay, let's get back in. Hello, Lim. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Have you tried not doing those things? I have historically, okay, real talk. I have attempted to levitate before, and for some reason, I really thought I could. And so I've spent more than a small amount of time trying to levitate in my life. And so far, it has not worked. Have you tried a handstand? I've not tried a handstand, but that might actually help because it would reverse the tension. Right? So if we reverse the tension, currently tension in one direction hurts. If we reverse the tension, maybe it'll feel better. I don't know. You know what that's called? Levitation? Yeah, I know what levitation is. You can levitate. Some of it, like, sometimes I dream that I can levitate, but looking back at it now, I think it's just I'm in a swimming pool, but I don't know there's water there. Because I like it. The body positions of me levitating in my dreams are just the body positions of being in a swimming pool, but without the water. I don't know. But then, like, when you actually try to levitate, I usually do it with crossed legs. I don't know. Maybe I should try to do it like I'm swimming, but through the air. But then every morning I step on the scale, and it's like, yeah, there's no freaking way I'm levitating that. Are you kidding me? I'm pretty heavy, and I think that's large in part due to the gym that I have in my living room and my addiction to pre-workout. Man, I guess like, so this hour's gonna end at approximately 10:20, just a hair before. That'll give us 40 minutes, probably 45 minutes before Nuver. So what are we gonna do for like 35 minutes before we then go to Nuver? I don't know. Maybe I'll just do a little bit more work on energy. We're up like 60 energy in the last 2 days just from like leisurely running back and forth, so maybe I'll pick up where I left off on that for a few minutes while we wait for Nuver. Would be a good plan. Hey, Hello? 73% knockdown resist. I will take one iridescent stone, please. Not asking for much, just one. How much money should I expect making from farming daily? I don't know if I want to bother with keeping my PC on when I'm not playing. What I would recommend is while you have your PC on, while you're waiting for farming, you should fish. Because from fishing alone, you can make like 500 to a bill per night. 500 mil to a bill per night. And then if you get into the magical seeds in farming and you just breed them over and over again for the byproduct, which is the leaves, I usually get about 4,000 leaves per cycle. So we can actually like math this. We can math this quickly. I get about 4,000 leaves per cycle, and it's 20 of them per fodder. So I get about 200 stonetail fodder per cycle, which can happen every 8 hours. And that, if you sell them at 2.5 mil, which is pretty reasonable, is 500 mil every 8 hours. So if you combine that with fishing, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I guess like if you count fishing, you're doing between 1 and 2 bill overnight. Pretty comfortably. Each cycle meaning one full growth of all crops. Yep. Which will depend a little bit on the type of crop that you grow, but it's about 8 hours for magical seeds. That's with 0 harvesting, though. I only plant breed because harvesting doesn't give you nearly as many petals. And what you get instead is the thing that you're farming. But I'm just going all in on petals. Exchange pink leaves for hordes. Ascension items. Yep, exactly. It's 20 leaves for 1 stonetail fodder. And you get like 4,000 is probably a pretty good average. Per cycle or whatever. It's going to vary a little bit. I think like each plant can give you between 50 and 500 basically. So it can vary a bit, but purple mushrooms right now getting 1,500 cycle. Take 3.3 hours to grow. Wow, that's pretty fast. Yeah, so like you can see how good that could be. 1,500 is like 75 fodder. So 190 mil, 200 mil every 3.5 hours. In just the byproduct, that doesn't count like seeds, which aren't really worth that much to be fair. I only do my farms once a day, so if that. overweight. It could be pretty good though. Like if your goal is to leave your PC on just for your farms, I definitely wouldn't. But there are other things you can do also that will make it really worthwhile. Then you combine farming with AFK fishing. Yep, exactly. And that's what I would recommend. Is just plant your farms and then go throw a rod in the water. You don't need mastery for farming. So just invest mastery in fishing and then farm on the side, and that'll be a nice little buff to your income. Fishing is still realistically going to be the bulk of it though. Yeah, breeding is where it's at. Harvesting is pretty bad for the byproduct, but breeding is really good for it. Borderline broken, one could say. See, we've gone from 39 to 425 in 2 weeks. Must be forgetting about my farms. I was exchanging leaves for like farming XP and contribution XP, but then I looked into how much money I was like throwing away doing that, and I was like, man, I really don't care enough about farming XP. And given my 128 excess contribution, I don't think I care about that either. So I just started turning it in for money. Until, like, that much money isn't a big deal to me, I'm probably just gonna take the money from it, but... You know... How you doing? We're doing pretty good. A bit worn out from work yesterday, and we're kind of tired, but... We grinding. We making some money. Hopefully I'll have enough money to put an order on a TET Black Start today. Maybe even get a TET Black Start today. That would be ideal. And then tomorrow I guess we'll be able to, in that case, work on getting it pen and maybe go get a sovereign. I don't know. We'll see. Depends on if it buys or if I get enough money. Didn't actually know you could exchange it for horse mats, so I appreciate the information. Yeah, it's big money as well. Like, really, really big money. 20 leaves for 1 fodder, which is like 2.5 mil, so... Big money. It really adds up quick. Okay, for... Okay, that's a little over 100 Caphras. Pretty good. Pretty good. Definitely a bit better on the Caphras than Turos. I think we might do more Turos though. I kind of like to get the chest piece for the Orzeka. Or the for the Ranger. I also think Orzeka would be so funny to have on a Shy. Get my little life skiller with Orzeka, that'd be hilarious. Probably the Ranger first though. Speaking of Draconia, do we have effect opacity settings bar in settings? In addition, feature one for allies and foes. You can tone down those flashy effects. Let me confirm those news on Global Labs. Yeah, I have no idea. I don't look at Global Labs, so I don't know. Know that you can turn down your effects. There is like the bar, but for me, like, I don't want to have to turn down my effects just to play one class. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just like a personal thing. Maybe Drac just needs its own slider. Turn down Draconia effects slider. That'd be cool. And that was like literally the only issue I had with the class. I think everything about it is fine. And it just didn't like blow me away enough to overlook the extreme effects. I felt like it's a class that I could play. I felt pretty okay with it. Similarly to like Guardian, I'm not like blown away by Guardian, but it's comfortable. It's something I can play, you know? And literally the only problem I had with it was the effects are just like way over the top. And I don't, especially as like someone who makes content on the game, if I didn't make content, I'd probably just happily turn down my effects and not even think about it. I also wouldn't play it on remastered. I'd probably play in like low or medium. But I just don't want to have to turn down my effects for one class. I just like to be able to see my character at least. Same feeling with Megu. Feels very smooth, but the red flashbangs are not enjoyable. Yeah, I played Awakening Megu for a while, and I quite like Awakening Megu. But the AoEs are a bit too small. And yeah, Suck Megu is just like so bright. Guardian used to be that way. When Guardian first came out, they actually, after the first week of release, they went in and reduced how bright the effects were. Because it was hurting people's eyes, it was so bright. Game was so good in remastered though. I don't really care what a game looks like, personally. I mean, I play RuneScape, you know what I mean? I'd rather it feel smoother than look better. But, you know, for the content. Love Seraph's energy waves. Interesting. I didn't really care for Seraph, to be honest. The like demon form effects look cool, but that was about it for me. Everything else was kind of meh. Why do I get knocked down so much with 73% knockdown resist? That must be the knockdown chance. Maybe they coded it backwards. Oh, we sold some sharps. That's a good sign. That's 6 minutes to get near iridescent. It can happen. Sir. You were standing so far away you didn't get hit by anything. Three Caffers. Wonder how doable Dekia Thornwood is. Could be good for Caffers. Especially if I want to like actually go for the Orzeka. Which I think we're almost in the sweet spot of like, it makes sense. Our gear is like right in line-ish with it. She's go to crypt then? Probably. I don't know if I could do crypt with my DP though. It's pretty low. But Turo's isn't actually that bad. We made like a bill there. Not too bad. I think 4 leaves in the first hour. Maybe if we got some Kabuas and Iron Walls, I could do crypts. We're laying down. Okay. $15 to get an iridescent. All or nothing right here. Come on. Brick. Last pack. Never lucky. Literally never lucky. What's the minimum DR for crypt? Let's take a cheeky peek. Where am I physically? It recommends 440 DR. That's it? Only 440 DR? Did they like nerf that heavily? Could be worth trying. 42k trash, a little bit low. But, you know, whatever. 84 sharks sold. Pretty good. Could try that then. I think they're a Kama, so I could probably... Gosh, I think I'm 1090 Kama damage right now. With just a Giants. So we could probably juice it. Run a Harmony or something, and then we'll be a little over 1100, I think. Especially if we wait to get the offhand, we should be a little bit more. I guess like 1100 out of 1180 or whatever it is not that bad. A billion. 1 billion silver. Let's yeet my stuff. We should be very close to being able to buy a TET Black Star now. For outfit, I think Crypt's a lot worse for either. But you're working toward both at the same time. So I don't think it is worse because you're doing both at once. So I think overall time spent, if you were targeting one, then sure, maybe it is worse. But I think if you need both, I can't imagine it's worse to get both at once. But I don't know. It's worth trying either way. May as well give it the old college try, you know? Also, are there any TET Black Stars on the market and how much money do they cost? There is a TET Black Star for 11.9. I don't have enough money. I like barely don't have enough money, but I don't have enough money to buy that one. Are there any that aren't at max price? Now they're all going to be at max price, aren't they? Burner's also going to net you better captures per hour. And Turo's a lot more so per hour now with Turo blood selling. Yeah, we made like 900 mil on a Turo's hour, and that's with a belt. So it was okay. It's not great, but it was okay. But I did try Turo's for an hour. I think we'll try crypto at some point. May as well. What do we yeet? Can we yeet anything? There's nothing I want to get rid of, you know? But I cancel this, and I have 11.78, and I need 11.9. Oh, Black Spirit safe though. Now, for confirmation, I don't need 2 Black Stars of the same kind, yes? So I don't need to get a Battle Axe specifically, I just need to have 2 Pen Black Stars and show up on the right class. Oh, okay. Need them in the right slot. Okay. Well, I guess since it doesn't matter then, we may as well just, I'll do a quick scan for one that hopefully is not sitting at max price. But I'm guessing they're all going to be at max price. Oh, there's three. Oh, 10.5 built. There's one for there's one for near min. Yoink. Yoink. Whatever class does it gets weapon. Perfect. Okay. Well, there is one TET Black Star short sword. And I have 8 hammers. I guess we need to make some flawless, but outside of that, we are set. Oh, I think I just yeeted all my sharps, by the way. I think I literally just yeeted all my sharps. Wait, I have concentrated, so I should be able to just... I think I could just add a mass to these. Maybe? Can I add a mass to that? I should be able to. Open your ore? I don't think I have ore. I don't really have workers on anything like relevant. I guess I have 20 miner sacks. Oh, the event stuff, right. Yeah, that's okay. I think we're good. Where's my masses? 58 in Velia. I'll yoink those. We'll try to heat these together, see what's up. I hate the enhancement window, by the way. I hate that you can't do anything from it. This should work, right? It's not working at all. Why? Why can I not do that, game? Keep trying. It says not at all. It's not that it failed. It said it didn't work at all, which means it's not going to work. Frick. I only have 5 breaths. Got the same method on valid recipes, like 3 times. Alright, I'll try it a couple of times, but that's a bad sign. Not working at all still. Yep, it's like spamming it, so. Okay, I'll open a couple of these. We got 20 sharps. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Do we need... Yeah, it's just sharps and masses. $34 minutes to Neuver, by the way. We gotta keep an eye on that. Crypt is slightly worse for lung pities, but equal complete lung drop chances, and you do both at the same time. Is it equal per lung pity? So like if I were to grind for the chest, then I would get more chest pities per hour at Turos than crypt, but I also get helmet pities at crypt. Is that how it works? So like if I get 4 pities at Turos, I might get 3 at crypt, and then maybe I'll also get 3 helmet ones at crypt. I think for your method, you got to use Old Moon Vetter item to break the stone back into sharps. which doesn't make any sense to me personally, but you know, whatever floats their boat, I guess. Okay. It's time to get lucky and one tap this friggin' Black Star, yeah? Thoughts? 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 Cheeky one tap? Cheeky one tap? We'll use 250 stacks since I have so many of them. 5.42%. Using Obsidian Hammer. Give me the one tap. Okay, maybe the two tap then. I'm just going to keep clicking a game, so you may as well give it to me. I'm just going to keep clicking it. You may as well give it to me. Give me the item. Give me the item. That's 6. Okay. Click number 8. Come on, don't make me buy more hammers. Okay, we're going to buy these one at a time, just to be sure. But we can buy up to 3. Exchange 1, please. Enhancement. Oh, we're going to need to recover this thing after this quick, probably. Give me a 9. Come on. Frick. Let me get my memes out, and I'll also look for artisans. Oh, I have both of those. Perfect. Need both two crypt. 2.5 pities at Tunkukta versus 2 pities at of each at crypt. Okay. Okay, that makes a lot of sense then. If you don't care which one you get, do crypt. Or if you need both, do crypt. Or if you're just trying to hard target one, do the place. Gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, we'll buy one more hammer. That's all we're going to need, though, because it's going to go on this click. Cheeky number 10. Thank you. Are you serious? You're going to make me buy all of the obsidian hammers? Hello? Hello? It goes on 11, though. Okay, not only do I not have any more stones, so we'll have to open some more of these, but I also need to figure out what I would like to do for the last few clicks. I wonder if I have more hammers in Garana still? I do, but it almost makes sense to save these for deck Karazads. And then the rare hammer box almost makes sense to save for Sovereign. Like deck Sovereign. Extra taps 3,700 crowns each. What's a deck Sovereign and a deck Karazad? Is there no enhancing simulator? Enhancing simulator. Karazad. 3650 for a deck click on Karazad. Okay. 3670 for a black star. So pretty close. And 3920 Worry Deck Sovereign Click. So we'll keep the Sovereign Hammer and we'll probably use the... I guess those also could be Sovereign Hammers. Frick. I'll just use Crons, boys. It's fine. I'll just use Crons. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. I haven't spent the dime on Crons. I'll just use Crons. We do only have 48,596 Crons. So we should be a little bit cautious with our Crons here. But because we're now using our own Crons, it's just going to give it to us. Okay, now it'll give it to us. Okay, now it'll give it to us. I meant now. Are you kidding me? Are you? I hate this game so much. It went on the last click, so it consumed my stack. Are you kidding me? It went on the last click, so it consumed my stack. It would have cost me literally nothing to pity it after that. But it cost me the stack. So basically that black star right there just cost me the most a black star could possibly cost me. Wow. What a scam game. Here's maybe like an interesting question for you guys. Does my black star need to be fully repaired in order to exchange it for a Charizard? No. Okay, I'll save the memes then. Let me just untag my main hand. Can't do anything when you're on a horse. It gets confused. The game gets confused when you're on a horse. It doesn't want you to do anything. That's not how to repair TET armor when you convert to Adonia. Oh, that's interesting. I probably will just buy my TET armors, but that's pretty cool knowledge. Let's go get our Sovereign main hand, shall we? I'll probably just leave it at base because I'm more interested in the offhand for now. So I want to pool my resources into that since I play 2 Awakening classes anyway. But we'll at least get it. We'll at least get it knocked out. And then I think I'll do offhand and Awakening to pen. And then I'll probably work on the main hand a little bit. Maybe also to pen. I'm not sure. Pretty unlucky with most things, but I got lucky on TET armors. 1-tap my free Trifallen. You have to enhance. And 6-tap my second Wailing. I guess, like, it does technically make sense to just click the free try. Well, maybe. We'd have to do some math. We'd have to do some cost math. What does a, how the frick do you spell Ator? A-T-O-R. Why is it not in the list? A-T-O. It's not even in the enhancement list. Huh? I guess it doesn't matter, but 2,700 crowns per click. And if we do it on, like, say a 250 stack, that's a 5.2. That sounds very expensive and something that I don't want to do. I don't know. I don't know, man. Saved enough I can afford to attempt my TETs for my final 2 whaling now. Yeah, that's cool. Time for an hour on Ash, trying to get ring. Good luck. Good luck. If I could have given you the ring piece that I got during the UIM, I would have. New T7, big money. Big money. Okay, let's get our Sovereign Weapon. Craft main / awakening. Pen Black Star Battle Axe plus Short Sword. And this should make a Battle Axe. Harness Bongwang's Might to craft the Sovereign Weapon. I like that it doesn't tell you which Sovereign Weapon, it just says the Sovereign Weapon. But YOLO, why not? I like this little cutscene. You like empower the statue with Black Star energy. Sovereign Weapon is forged. Sovereign Battle Axe. Let's whip it out. There it is. Pretty cool. Now we just need the offhand to match. Pretty cool. But we're just going to leave that at base for a while. It's just kind of cool to have. "20 minutes to maneuver?" Yeah, we're keeping an eye on it. Did you complete your Olvia Weekly Rift, by the way? What the heck is an Olvia Weekly Rift? Is that the thing that you get from Cliff? Like the quest? What does that even give you? I hate weeklies, man. So if it's not like insane, probably not going to do it. Do the weekly combat quest to get the rift? Does it give good stuff? Because I gotta be honest, the training quest line was like the worst rewards I've ever seen. 50 to 100 Caphras, among other things. Scroll. Oh, it doesn't even... Huh? Oh, that's events. Changes and fixes. Okay, I'm glad that they're breaking these down into little tiny bits. Weekly quests. Bulletin and Cliff, yada yada. Bissell Echo, Bissell Echo. Summon bosses, playing. Okay, yada yada. Gold bar box, 6100 stack, Kaffir bundle, gold bar 1000G. Can also acquire loot by destroying Golem's left arm. People are really bad at that, generally speaking. Oh, could be worth doing. You get potential 500 Kaffirs by rift sharing. Here's the thing. I don't have any friends. So it's probably just going to be me out there. Realistically. But it does seem worth doing. It does seem worth. Okay. We just pulled a 100 mil lightstone. I'll take it. I'll take it. Not bad. We have 10,169 Kaffirs. Pretty good. And 2 bill. Oh, is this enough to actually order the horsepath wagon again? What do you cost? It's 1940 and I have 1921. We better yeet something. I need 20 mil. Can we sell like 10 of these? Somebody buy something quick. Quick. Somebody buy something. I need 12 mil. I need 12 mil. Login silver? I took it already. I took it already. To get the TET Black Star. Here we go. There we go. We're good. So from inventory, I have exactly enough for 1 tent buff. We got it though. We got our order back on it. We're all good. Do. Off to Nuver. It'll be a Bloodstorm. And we'll get a wing or something. And all will be well. Stella Novella got Ornette Spirit Essence. Pretty surprising how many of those are being made still. We got 13 minutes to maneuver. What do we do in the meantime? Murder this guy with our new weapon. Bam. Went pretty good. He's not hiding. I'm also not hiding. Do you think anyone will notice? What are you doing? We're not hiding. See? I'm not hiding. That's what we're not doing. Talking to a guy makes you stand up. Hello? 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 We're not hiding. We're not hiding. Everything is fine. The Starforge has an official Oser's keyboard. Oh, jeez. You know what I did the last time Starforge had an official OSRS anything? Oh, jeez. It's $170? What? What? It says they're silent, though. It's also not a full size. It's a 75. Why is it not full size? That's €400 to get for me, including shipping. Are you looking at the full like pre-order bundle or just the keyboard? Because a pre-order bundle's 260. Most people that use keyboards for gaming don't use full size. I also don't use a full size keyboard for gaming, but I edit. And editing is a pain without a full size keyboard. If this was a full size keyboard, I'd probably get it. Because I really like my Mini, and it has silent switches, which I like, but I need a full size realistically. It does have F keys though, and mine does not have F keys. I could make it work actually. Miss arrow keys and F keys most, which 75% has. Yeah, I have to hold like the FN button to use arrow keys and F keys. It's a little bit annoying. It also has delete and home, page up, page down. Here, let me show you guys. Let me make sure I'm not like DDoSed accidentally or something. Yeah, we should be good. This is the Oser's keyboard. F keys being the icons annoy me so much. Yeah, I'd have to count them. I could see myself like going up and, oh, I need to hit F7. And I'd be like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I kind of like the like house tab and the home tab. Kind of like those. I don't know. Works exactly because there are no numbers on them. I wonder if Neuver will notice us if we're hidden. Probably not, right? But you aren't hiding? I'm not hiding. I'm not hiding. I wonder if Neuver will notice us if we're not hiding. Why does Zuck have badonkers? Oh, he do. He do have badonkers with like little like string, like a string bra that just covers the nipples. You know what I'm saying? He do kind of have badonkers. What are you hunting for from Nuver? The parts for the Nuverican outfit. Realistically, the pet, if you make the outfit, you get a tier 4 dragon pet, which is the only one that you can combine with a Garmoth besides a Garmoth pet to make a tier 4 Garmoth pet, which will probably be one of our tier 4 pets that we end up with. A little bit expensive, but worth the time for sure. Also costs you a tier 4 neuter pet though? Yeah. Yeah, but it turns your Garmoth into a tier 4 instead. And Garmoth is way more useful. What's different skills? The Garmoth pet gives you HP. No alt at U3. I don't have any alts anywhere. They're all just like chilling in Velia or whatever. Or Eelton. None of them have gear, and I really don't want to make it either. We're not hiding, Meewong. You don't see us, but we're not hiding, okay? It's fine. Everything's fine. We're not here. And we're not hiding. There be dragons? Where? Where's the dragon? Between starting the Navaricant or buying my tri-armors, I'm still using the Griffin helmet and dim armor. I think a good plan is probably to just save your Blackstones that you get and just use those on the Navaricant rather than buying them. Like, you do need a lot of them, but I would focus on your main gear and then just passively work on the Navaricant if you actually need main gear. But it would probably also, I would just buy duo armors to jump your Griffin and your dim armor. And then after that, buy TET. And then sell the duo back. I don't know if I'd buy tri. That's a tough sell. Your plants are done. Except for this one, which apparently I forgot to plant anything in. Whoops. Missed one. If you've seen my layout of farms, you'd understand why I missed one, and you can't blame me at all. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's the farm layout. I don't know what to tell you. I got to get to Master 1 to get the smaller farms. But the Olvia Academy gave me such pathetic XP that we're not there yet. The farm layout is cancer. I made it work, though. It's in there. Some people say to buy Tri to go to first Adania boss. Well, that's just get to 427 DP, right? Is that the most efficient way to do it? Or would you be better off just buying like a TET and some duos? Because the TET you could at least like convert into Adania armor. But I don't know. I don't know the new meta. I know like Adania drops stones that give you like free enhancements, right? I don't know how common those are. I don't know what that's up to. But it very well could be the meta now. I know before Adania came out, it wasn't. But could be right. I don't know. I've never done the Adania boss, so I couldn't tell you. At 427 DP, but I don't think I have enough AP. What's your AP? Just kind of lost by what to do. Recently came back to the game too. Yeah, I don't know anything about Adania, but I would say like it very well could be the case because of those like stones that I think they act as hammers on the armors, right? And maybe that means that you can grind Adania and get those stones, and then you get free enhancement chances on your armors, so in which case it probably would make sense to get Tri, because then you could get free clicks toward TET. I don't know how common they are. I don't know if that's like worth doing or meta, but the bosses must be good if people are like pushing to get to them, so. In which case, maybe I should consider trying to get armor before we go too crazy with Pandebos. I'll have to do some looking into it and some thinking. Did a little $100 swipe today and use your code. Hey, appreciate that. Hopefully you got some good stuff with your pearls. Sir, are you flying away, sir? Ugh. That code is only good for a little bit longer now. I think it ends on the 5th. On my abundance fences, one of my contribution points back. Hey, fair enough. Hey. Maneuver. Stop knocking me down. Freaking guy. Doing the Adania questline and exchanging Pride Debos gets you 5 stones. Need 1 stone per whaling to transform them into Adania. You're limited to 1 Adania transform a week, and those bosses are the only way to get more stones. Change to upgrade the Adania gear. So Adania gear is extremely freaking time gated, so I guess the recommendation there is get to them as soon as you can, so that when you're actually ready to work on your Adania armors, you'll have some stones to work with. Gotcha. It's not so much about them being big money or worth. It's about this thing is giga freaking time gated, so start it as soon as you can. Classic PA. And I suppose the 427 DP is just like a hard access requirement. So that's really annoying. It is. Isn't that fun? You're time gated, but also, by the way, we're not going to let you start working on the time gate until you're pretty geared. Well, can't have you finishing this content too fast. We need 6 years to develop an outfit for hunting. We gotta do our rifts. Should be some big money from rifts today. Hopefully. I hope it's big money from rifts today. We need it. Wasted these years buying, ruining, and trying to sell EVE Online and developing cursor. Yeah. There's a guy at work who played EVE Online for like many years. Like many years. And he quit on the PA takeover. Because they just like, it already was a game that was like, you know, you could buy stuff, you know what I mean? But now it's a game where like, you have to buy so much stuff, and he's just like, I'm out. It's so funny. It's so funny. And I had to tell him I'm partnered with the company that ruined your game. It's so funny, man. Yeah, that was an interesting one. I think they saw potential for earnings there, and then severely underestimated the community's unwillingness to spend money. And here they are. Give me something good here, Nuver. Nothing. Nothing. 44 Blackstones, I'll take those. But nothing. How do I have 11 minutes of a... Did I accidentally pop a giant strap there? Whoops. Whoops. They kill the boss, they give you a buff. They give you a giant strap buff? Which I just so happen to have on my bar. Also, the boss didn't die 4 minutes ago. I don't know. I feel like I probably just accidentally buff. I accidentally just popped one. 3 is awfully far from 4 though on my mouse. And 3 is the draft and 4 is part of the combo, and they're really far apart. Now you have the money you need though? I already put an order on the thing. I yeeted some stuff. Put an order on the thing. You did give me, what, 50 mil? That's something. Let's go do some riffs. Rift is a... Hello? Freaking horse. There's only 124 orders now. So we're close. Last one sold at 8:30 this morning. The one before that sold at 4:30 this morning. $140 newer skills, my last Garmy heart. It's about 15 bosses. You're getting there. You're getting there. I don't know how many I have. I have 56 total. That's good, right? Make one yourself real quick. I think I'm good on that. I don't even like use the wagon really, because I haven't been catching horses lately, so. Things the opposite of quick. Even min-maxing took me like 3 days. That's sure a lot faster than it used to be, I'll say that. But that's 3 days of stuff that I just don't want to do. You know? I just don't want to do it. Ooh, let's update our gear planner. Let's update the old gear planner. We went from 666 gear score to 667 gear score, so we're safe. Actually, that's not true, because I didn't even update my freaking rings. It also says we only have 308 DP, so something is wrong. What could be wrong? Character info, level 60. Which is also wrong, because we're 62 now. And that means we can get unyielding might. Must be some kind of journal thing. Oh, I did barrier infestation. That's what it is. There we go. Now we're accurate. We're 675 gear score. 304, 309, 369. What do we need to be 427? Is that literally just try armors? That's 414 for try armors. And then I guess Sovereign Shield at... Nope, because it doesn't give you any DP. 414. Two Wailing Adonias. Oh my gosh. They go to frickin' deck as well? Jeez. How doth one get Adonia armor? Is it just TET Fallen God plus whatever stone thing we're talking about? Or do I need to actually like grind Adonia for an item? Willing plus the Adonia Stone Fragment. And that's the one that you get from the Questline plus Pride Devil Exchange thing you were talking about? $100 mil. Thank you. I will take it. We get more stones from the bosses. So I think we're just gonna buy 10 armors. And just like instant convert into Adonia. Even if they're at base. Like I don't even think it makes sense to stop at duo. My next best grind spot is Hex, and I don't need more armor for that. Let's see here. Let's go to grind tracker. Nope, global grind. Yeah, Town God Ruins, I guess, is like nearly best in slot for me, but I don't have the AP for it. Let's see, where's the spot I have the AP for? Yeah, Hex. Literally Hex. And we have the DP for that, I just don't quite have enough AP. And Izarid is also decent. And we still have the DP for that as well, I just don't have the AP. Same thing. So I guess we get to Izarid. I might love the spot, I might hate the spot, I don't know. But like, let's at least get there. And then we'll just start working on armors, I guess. We'll just hit AP cap on that, which is 1180. And then I'll just buy TET armors. I don't really see a reason to buy anything else. What's a TET Labresca go for? Yeah, 200 bill. Just a quick 200 bill. That'll help the Ranger as well if we focus DP a little bit. You base 350 AP too for Jardine. Yeah, we're gonna end up at let's see, 324 after just making the Sovereign offhand, so we'll be okay there. Yeah, maybe we'll bounce back and forth, do a TET armor, Adonia conversion, and then do a Pendebo, and then do a TET armor, then do a Pendebo. But I do want to get my sovereigns to pen as well. That would be a nice, like, point to stick around for a while. 200 mil? Thank you. I'll take it. That's big money so far. Man, we're gonna have to start grinding more. I've done 1 hour of grinding this week, and all I've gotten to show from it is making the sovereign main hand. And so we bought a TET Blackstar. And I think that's it. So we've only made like 13 bill this week. It's pretty bad. I guess I did spend another 200 mil. Guys, we're freaking rich. Rift bosses are so broken. 500 mil just from rifts, and I'm not like halfway done with them. What the heck? What the heck? Everyone's hate me. 9 taps in for Tessava, 15% rip, man. I used 10 stones to get mine from base to TET. So that was pretty good. Pretty lucky. Pretty happy with that. I do want to go pen. We'll probably go full. Like, let's see what that looks like, actually. Let's see what our realistic gear set is going to be. I didn't save my freaking changes. I did, actually. Okay. If we go triple sovereign, all at pen, then we'll be 330 AP flat. And then if our Vel fills, will be 333. So I feel like that's okay. Not bad anyway. As like a sitting point to then get an armor. Because I'll have like nearly as much AP as DP at that point, so. So then we'll get 1 TET armor, and then I'll get a Pendebo. So the 1 TET armor will be base Agonia. That'll get us to 387 DP instead of 369. And then we'll buy a pen neck to get a Nav Karazad. And that'll put us... I already canceled it. Let's see. That'll put us at 342 AP. And then we'll do another TET armor, which is a base Adonia, which will get us to 405 DP. And then we'll get a pen belt, convert to Nav. That'll get us 350 AP. And then I think at that point, honestly, we just abandon AP and we finish our armors to base at least, which will put us at 426. So we'll need to get one of them to pry to be 427. We'll be 350, 427 after that. And then I could just hammer the rest of the Nav Karazads out, which will put us at, please hold, 366, 435. That's pretty good. That's a lot of money. That's like, what, 2 trillion silver? Like, that's a lot of money. But semantics. Pretty good goal. We just got to lock in, you know? Do some grinding. I think, like, I sometimes get in the mindset that if I can't grind for a full hour, then I shouldn't grind. And that's just not true. Why have you slowed me so much, guy? Another 100 mil, look at that. Got over 2 bill in bars last week. I think the first week that I did it, I got 1.1 bill in bars. Still very good. And so far we're at 600 mil there and 400 mil there. So a bill in bars already. Naval Hero. That's an interesting title. I've never seen that before. Another thing I need to do is actually just finish off the log. So I need to do... I did the Kama quest line, so I can do the gift for Papu. So I just need to do the Odalita quest line, so I can do a Mother's Warning, and then we'll be set. We get our last AP DP there. Then I don't have to worry about it. And then we start, we push hard on the Caphras, finish off our 20k. Or realistically, I don't know. Does it make sense to do that? Instead of just passively getting them? What's our next grind spot? We need 1180 AP to get to our next money maker. See, now he only gives me 80 mil. That's not good. We need 1180. Which I won't get without the offhand. I probably won't get with the offhand either. Going for some cups? I'm good on that. I'm gonna wait until I have Karazods to do cups. And I know that's not efficient, but I just CBA, man. I just CBA. Okay, where's my... So we're 10... 1046 camo. Buy the mask for them now on CM. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not stressed about it. I'm not stressed about it. I really just want to focus on getting to 1180 AP and getting to a better grind spot. So our total, we have 1063 AP right now, and we need to get to 1180. If I get my Sovereign Shield, that gets us to 1090, and if I get it to Pen, we're at 1143. And then I get my Awakening to Pen, we're at 1162. And then we just pop a Kama or a Demi-Human or whatever. Harmony, and then we should be good after that. So I really just need to get my Sovereigns to Pen. The main hand doesn't really matter. We'll probably do that last. 1180, what's Oni aiming for? Izarid and Hex are both 1180. And if we do Izarid, I'll actually be able to get my Kabuas. Yeah, we got like 1.38 bill there, 1.4 4 bill in bars. Okay, it's also 11:30. So we gotta be conscious of time here. So here's what I'll do. I'll go mix the other 3/4 of my pre-workout. And then I think we're going to jump back on the energy grind until end of stream. I've been off stream. I've just been working on expanding my energy in the last 2 days, kind of casually. I've done 62 energy to my cap, so pretty good. I'm not doing it efficiently. I'm just kind of going down the list. But I'm going to run and mix up the rest of my pre-workout so I can hopefully hit the gym today. I'm going to hit the only part of my body that isn't sore, which is my chest and my triceps. Kind of ideal because that's next in the rotation anyway. And then hopefully by tomorrow, my back is good and we could do back. I don't know. We'll see. But give me just a minute to do that, and then we'll jump on the shy and get to energy grinding. Okay. Let's cash in my check. Thank you, sir. Man, maybe we'll just do... It's a tough sell to buy Caphras. I have such a hard time buying Caphras. Because I know that as soon as I buy all these Caphras, I'm going to reach a point where I'm going to start selling Caphras. And like, I just don't want to do that. But on the same token, like, the alternative is I would end up saving up so much freaking money if I just grinded all my Caphras, and it would just slow my grind spot down, I guess. Because if I just get the offhand and I get it to pen, then we have enough AP to go to Izzard. But if I don't get the offhand and I don't get it to pen, then I probably need to buy a freaking pen Debo neck. Your goal is to have fun. I think both are fun. Both are fun. Because I like Jade. I really do. But it's worse money. So let's figure out the other way. It's especially worse money if I keep not getting the stones, the iridescence. What if I were to just get a Nav Karazad necklace? We'd be 1176 with what we are now. That is okay, that's a pretty hefty upgrade. So either way is the same. So I think I'm just not going to buy Caphras. Because worst case, okay? Worst case, in grinding out the 9,831 Caphras that I need, I would just accidentally make, give or take, roughly, approximately, thereabouts, plus or minus 140 bill, and I would just buy a pen Debo, and then I'd convert that to a Nav Karazad, and I would just have 1180 AP after that. And that way, if we did it that way, if I did that and then also got enough Caphras to make my Sovereign, and then I got that to pen, we'd be 1257. So I think we're going to do two birds. And I'll just grind a ton of Jade, and we'll just grind out all the Caphras. I'll probably bounce between Jade and Gyfin, but probably mostly do Jade. Because I kind of like it. And yeah, maybe we'll accidentally make enough money for a Nav Karazad necklace. Or at least be well on our way, you know what I mean? And that would be cool. You can grind Honglims. I don't really like Honglims that much. I definitely prefer Jade to Honglim, and Jade is a little bit more money than Honglim as well. Dekia Sulfur Pilaku Histria is also a grind. Yeah, is it a grind I want to do? I don't know. I don't know. Let's see how it is on money. Dekia Histria is like $1.50. Dekia Sulfur is like $1.50. Yeah, they're 1130 AP though, so they could be next on the list. Pilaku is like 1.2 bill, a little bit worse than Jade, but they're all kind of similar money to Jade. Worse for Caphras, but not that bad overall. They drop Devos too. Yeah, I won't be enhancing though. I won't be enhancing. I'm going to be buying everything. I hate enhancing, so unless I'm forced against my will to do so, I'm good. You said it was 400 or 500 mil? Yeah, but looking at their average, you kind of like get that information, right? If you just want the Lightstone drops, Mirror Walk, in my experience, is significantly better. We're not going for Lightstones at all. Let me make my little thing not as big. Oh, great. It puts the ad over the scroll thing. Good. You just slam them, hook your luck without crying. I'm not going to do that. That's just throwing money away. I hate enhancing so much, man. I can't even express to you how much I hate enhancing. And I've made my pen debo. I think I'm done. You know? Okay, this guy is, I think that's Kepler. River down here. This guy's right here. We'll do a little bit of energy grind. Oh, you're talking about the iridescence. Yeah. The iridescent I would just get for money. You're supposed to get one every 4 hours at sulfur. Or not sulfur. You're supposed to get one every 4 hours or so at jade. And I've done probably like 15 hours with none. And I would end up keeping a couple of them for like some life scaling sets and maybe like a demi-human set, but we're just like, I'm not getting the thing that I should be getting, so. That's how most devils are kind of made nowadays. Yeah, but like 140 bill for a pen neck is super cheap. Super cheap. Never gotten one from Jade, grinded there a lot. On my other account, I would sometimes get 2 in an hour. And we'd walk out of there with like a 5.5 bill hour. And just experiencing a dry streak now. 6 spoon, not anymore. The spoon has been taken away, Aaron. Somebody took our spoon and we gotta go track them down. We know it wasn't you. So we got we gotta find a ticket. At Mirawak, I was getting 1 per hour. Let's see what the Mirawak average is for those. Bugs. Mirawak average is 1 every 7 hours instead of 1 every 4. So you're just getting pretty juiced, pretty lucky. And then let me double check Jade. Jade average is 1 every 4.5 hours now. My spoon looks like a fork. Everything keeps slipping away. Well, instead of trying to swap your fork for a spoon, why don't you meet it in the middle and get a spork? That way you keep some of the things. Filtering by time, by like last month? Yeah. They're all like recent. Yep. I don't use the like full global one. I use the one that resets all the time. There's like a grind tracker that just resets every now and again. That's the one I use. Only 1 hour reported from Airwalk since December 1st. Is it? Seriously? It's on the list though. There's one from 50 minutes ago. There's one from an hour ago. No, that's how long they've been grinding. Let me look. This one is 3 days ago. This one is 20 days ago, 21 days ago, 21 days ago, 22 days ago, 24 days ago, 1 month ago. This one is 2 months ago. Yeah, okay. Yeah, people don't really grind. Where are you looking? I have the fancy Garmoth. I have the pay-to-win Garmoth that I don't pay for. Because I'm a BDO creator, so they give me the premium for free. So I get all the extra information. Such as who done it, what their gear is, what their crystals are, the ranking of the classes. Only shows you for an hour at Marowak. Let me see if I can find it again. Mirrorwalk's Labyrinth. Okay, there's, let me show you here. These are the quote-unquote recent sessions, but they aren't really that recent. This guy is from 3 days ago. This guy he did a bunch of hours about a month ago. Then this guy is 2 months ago, 3 months ago, and everybody else will be longer than that. So, but this is like, this guy's SA, this guy's EU, this guy's NA, but that was probably like a really long time ago. Or Global's only showing you NA? Could be. I don't know. I don't know what all the perks are for the like premium. And here's one of the guys we need to talk to. Get on the horse. Okay, next guy is the one under Jamie Flarlers, which is called Bava. And he is located in a circle. That looks a lot like Calpheon. He's going to be right in here somewhere. Man, best grind spot right now is Dekia 2 Ash. 3 mil an hour there. Dokevi. Izzard is 2.2 bill. That's pretty good. Where's Schultzgard? Please hold. Scrolling. 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 Scrolling past Tashira. Not even on the list. Not even on the list. That's where it is. There's a... Dekia Cyclops is marked as minus 15 mil an hour. And that's because it costs you 15 mil to run an hour of the Dekia Lantern, and there's 0 hours reported. That's so funny, man. That's so funny. Somehow 0 is the only hour. Yeah, it's not even on the list anymore. Let's see. Yeah, not even on the list. Oh, we're getting beat up, aren't we? I don't even have that up. Oh, geez, you're gonna murder my horse. How could you do this to me, game? Hello? I'd love to get through, please. I don't remember the way through. Not that way. Help! How do you get to the... Oh gosh, the auto path is broken. That's good. Doo-doo-doo. We leave our horse behind. This has to be it, right? Nope. Luckily, they don't really do any damage here. So my horse might live. There's the guy. Hello. Get our horse up here. Okay, next. The guy under Bava. Ancient relic beacon something or other. And that is... You think we die if we jump? We probably die, right? The horse certainly dies. Why do they make this place so freaking awful? Yeet! Uh-oh, I made it worse. Our horse! No. He was a good horse. Whatever his name was. Anyway. Yeah, let him go to waste, turn him into glue. Where is it? Where is it? Right there. Glue. It just sends you... I know that it says how to obtain processing heating lobster, but actually, murder horse is another way. Murder horse. Make glue. Okay, let's look at Jade one more time. Okay, we find it in the list. Jade, where are you at? I passed it. There it is. Now it's an average of 60. What? Oh, people are getting 31k trash. Try. Can I not put in 40? Try 43k trash. And it goes from 1.5 bill an hour to almost 2 bill an hour. Average of 80 CAFRs an hour. That seems kind of low, but we'll run with it. It seems a little bit low, but we'll run with it. Let's break out the calculator. If we need 10,000 Caphras and we divide that by 80, please hold. That's 125 hours of jade to guarantee the rest of the Caphras that we need, but it'll probably take less than that, really. And if that's the case, then we should comfortably make approximately 200 bill, which should be enough money to purchase a Pendebo necklace. Are you a shy? This is my life skill character. And since we have to go soon, I'm just running around working on my energy cap again. It's something I've been doing kind of passively the last couple of days. And we only have a couple of minutes left, so I'm just going around working on my energy. And we just accidentally murdered my horse, so we're hoofing it. Okay, what's under that? Under that is Trina Knight Soldier. He is located right over here. Yeet. But I made a shy, and I do literally all my life skills on the shy now. I do fishing on it, and then after I trade in my fish for the morning or for the afternoon after work, I go and I burn my energy gathering. It's been kind of nice because it just means I have max energy on my gatherer twice a day. So it's helped me make a pretty good amount of money. And I don't spend very long gathering, so it's been nice. Didn't get anything good, rip. Rip. Ring piece soon, TM. Okay, next one is under Nuki Davi. He's like right here. Hunting for all of your quests requires you to hunt feather wolves, which lowers your karma. Yeah, it's like a tiny amount though. You also have to hunt Farinas and Farishas, which also lowers your karma. Feather wolves used to be best in slot for hunting though, back in the day. That's what I remember hunting when hunting came out. Or became something that actually, like, was worth doing. You know, hunt the ones in the palace and you kill for potion pieces. No, because those are regular mobs. You need the hunting mob, which typically are located down here. Like on this hill right here by this river. Like right here. That's usually where you'd go for them. But the ones in the plains are just regular mobs, and they're not hunting mobs. Okay, under Trina Knight Scout is Keplan Scout Sam. And he is located, wouldn't you know it, pretty freaking close to Keplan. Isn't that interesting? Doo-doo-doo. What you mean clearly the meta was finding beehives and shooting them out of the trees? You know, when there was like a quest line that came out that gave you something that everybody needed that required you to do that, and it was like after dream horses were out, and nobody knew that you could even do that until that quest line came out. It was so funny. People are like horseback hunting these freaking beehives. It's so weird. I saw a guy doing horseback rhinos the other day, and I was like, man, that's got to be so bad for the fingers. Because, like, if you just crouch, then the rhino will just ram through you and run past you, and then you just shoot them in the back. And you can stay in one spot. You don't really have to, like, use the horse to maneuver around them. What do I know? I just work here, you know? But Master 16 hunting, that's pretty good, right? I have a little over 1500 mastery when I'm all set up on my striker as well, so that's pretty good. They should allow you to give the horse a matchlock so he can also shoot. Yeah. We'll just breed a horse with like a monkey or something so that it has hands. Effectively free 3 accessories. Nice. I only have 1 Tuvala accessory now. Or a Logia accessory. The rest of them are Floramos. So I have 5 Floramos and 1 Logia. It's really nice. I've thought about going for the other accessories, but I just want to focus on gear. You have 2 from seasons because after so the 2 from the Olvia Academy, and then 2 of them are a quest line, I think, or one of them is a quest line. And then it's at least 1 from season. It might be 2 from season. Let me look. I don't remember exactly. Yeah, 2 from season. Got both of those. One's exchange quest. Okay, yeah. I wasn't sure if it was 2 of those exchange quests or how that worked, but yeah. 2 from season, 1 exchange, 2 from Olvia Academy. Okay, now the one under rough mud pile. Huh? Ooze Pass Miner. Miner like pickaxe and not like young. Hopefully. Could be wrong. That looks like okay. So we're looking over here somewheres. I keep disconnecting and reconnecting to chat. But I've dropped no frames. What the heck are you, Sasquatch? What are you? Hello? He's like a fake Sasquatch. He looks like he's wearing a bear suit. He's got like regular people boots on and a mask. And he looks kind of like a person under there. Is this just a dude in a suit? Never seen them before? If it's not a grind spot, I've probably never seen it before. I gotta be honest. Look at all these weirdos. Bunch of freaks, man. Stone rat. This guy over here, I might as well chat with him real quick. No sense in running by. Hello. Goodbye. Okay, I think we'll go get this last guy, and then we'll have to call it there for the day. So I'll have to hit the gym and then head off to work. You figure out where I want to gather my 300 fairy breaths for Olvia. I just did scorpions and snakes. It's pretty quick. Made a little bit of money. The good news is it doesn't consume the fairy breaths after, so you can still get your sharps from it, but... Blizzard Butcher, Butcher. The meat is pretty good. I get, I think I'm 1400 mastery, and I get about 1 fairy breath per energy. So, if you're about that and you have 300 energy, you should be able to just knock it out in one. Take like 20, 25 minutes maybe. Slow runner. It's just a shack in the woods. You remember how to get the infinite rope for catching horses? It is through a quest line, which is the training quest line. If you go suggested and you scroll down to life and you go to honor to the training family, it's right there. You just complete the honor to the training family quest line and you got it. Okay, there should be a guy here somewhere. Okay, there's a cheeky little ridge that you can't see. Oh, he's up here. Way up here. Getting the knowledge. We like the knowledge. Big brains here. This is a terrible class to do this on, I gotta be honest. And this is the guy. So that will be it for me today. We gotta get. I wonder how old that recording is, because it looks like it was made in the 90s. But it's pretty funny. Alright, we'll most likely be back tomorrow. Hopefully at the normal time. I was just super tired today. As long as like work isn't too crazy today, we should be normal time. We'll probably just try to get some grinding in, make some caffers and some money, and should be a good time. Well, thank you guys for being here today, and I will see you guys tomorrow.